Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and welcome to the NOFSRL channel. We're qualifying once again, but this time in the Turkey Hill National Series, as the NOFSRL Cup Series is off on this Easter weekend. Turkey Hill National Series with a standalone event here from the Armory Digital Superspeedway tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on AG Racing. It's the Armory Digital 250. 20 laps of action around this 2.6-mile super speedway in Seattle, Washington. Should be a great event, as it always is. We always have a lot of fun coming here to the Armory Digital Superspeedway, but for the first time ever, as far as I know, I don't think we had the speedway physics on this track when we came here back in August of last year. Actually, it might have been July of last year. I think it was July of last year, the last time the Turkey Hill National Series was here. But when the trucks came here... Did the trucks come here? I can't even remember. Either way, the restrictor plates are gone now on this racetrack. And for the longest time, we did run this race with restrictor plates. Now they're gone. It's a lot like Daytona and Talladega. It's kind of a mixture between the two. That range in the ratings, these guys can stay up front for a while, but there is a lot of cycling that goes on at this racetrack. So where you start doesn't mean too much to where you finish. But it's still going to be a very intense race all around tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So Saturday afternoon racing on Easter weekend for these guys. The only race that will be running on AG Racing this weekend, and next week the Cup Series stands alone at Martinsville. So cooling it off a little bit, not much going on the next couple of weeks, but then we had the Richmond, Talladega, Kansas, and I don't think that the Turkey Hill National Series goes to Kansas. But we got a lot of stuff coming up here within the next month here in April. But either way, should be very interesting to see how this all goes down, and you can definitely tell these guys going much faster than they used to at this place. Speeds topping 210 here around this Armory Digital Superspeedway. Still slower than Daytona and Talladega. Well, then again, these guys usually top out about 210 at those places as well. It's the Cup cars that go 220. But nonetheless, much faster than what we've seen before. But still, drafting will come into effect in tomorrow's race. Only a 20-lap race as well. No pit stops, of course, since it is a super speedway. So it's an all-out brawl to the finish here for tomorrow's event. And we'll have to see how it all goes down here in qualifying. Fastest guy so far, Justice Idell, our last winner here in the Turkey Hill National Series. Got that race victory at the Rockingham Speedway in North Carolina. Did an excellent job there to get the advantage of Stephen Colon for the race victory. It's been a tough start to the season for Zidell, but he definitely rebounded a little bit at least. He's still 34th in points, but definitely rebounded after that race victory. One team that has been doing an excellent job so far this season is Velocistar Racing, Body Armor Team Velocistar to be exact. Their drivers, Landon Smith Jr. and Trey Bartow. Marty Johnson, the only driver who has won on that team so far this season, won the opening event at Homestead. But their other two guys, top two in points, separated by 1 point, with Landon Smith Jr. and Trey Bartow up at the top. So we'll have to see how well they can do in this race. It's kind of a big wild card race here because it is a super speedway where you start doesn't mean too much to where you finish. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes up the points up top here. And once we're done with this race, we're actually going to be a quarter of the way through the season already here in this Turkey Hill National Series, season number 6. So we've been whipping through these races rather fast, but definitely looking forward to see how it all goes down in this event. 82 machine to the top of the board, Blake Parker. We have not talked much about Blake Parker at all this season. I mean, I've barely mentioned his name. He's had a solid season, though, 22nd in points, so not bad to his rookie campaign. John Andrews just went to the top of the board there, the number 11 machine. A great run for Andrews there and the Nanaco Racing team. So it is Andrews, then the 82 of Blake Parker, Ashland Boyd, Dustin Davis, and Julio Caesar, the top 5. Of course, for Ashland Boyd, that number 65 machine, he won the last super speedway we had here in the Turkey Hill National Series at the Daytona International Speedway. And this is essentially a home race for that team in Pacific Racing and their owner, Brennan Wilmington. Number 80 machine, Stephen Colon, had a great run at Rockingham last week. He's currently 4th fastest right now, and he comes into this race only 8 points behind the points leaders. Had a very strong season so far there for NS Racing, and we'll have to see if NS Racing gets their second win of the season as an organization. There's Noah Clifton got one the last time the Turkey Hill National Series was by themselves at Willow Springs a couple months ago, or a month ago. It wasn't a couple months ago, it was just about a month ago. About, actually, more like 3 weeks ago. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows anymore? Who cares? 35 machine to second. Will Parrish with a good run there. Actually, excuse me. 35 is Elijah Gordon, isn't it? I'm pretty sure the 35 is Elijah Gordon. Will Parrish is in the 23. Am I right about that? Yes, Will Parrish is in the 23. That's Elijah Gordon just went to second. My apologies there. Elijah Gordon in second. Colin Teague. Micah Knapp right ahead of Elijah Gordon there in the 4th position, and then Blake Parker 5th. But John Andrews is still the quickest here in qualifying for the Armory Digital 250. But like I mentioned, it doesn't matter too much where you start. I mean, it is a short race. It's only 20 laps, so there's not much time to work your way from the back to the front. But at the same time, I think we'll definitely see some guys be able to kind of hold on to this race lead. So we're just going to have to see. Lots of unknowns going into this super speedway race. You never know how it's going to play out. You never know who's going to win, but it's always a good time when we come here. And we've always had 2 races at this place, and we're going to have another race at some point throughout the season in the Turkey Hill National Series this year as well. So definitely looking forward to seeing how that plays out. But we've always had 2 races at this racetrack every season of the Turkey Hill National Series, and once again, we're doing it again. This place in Daytona, the 2 places that have had the most races in the Turkey Hill National Series, both super speedways. Looks like the times have kind of faded out there a little bit. Tire wear will still come into effect a little bit here. This is a bit of a worn out surface. It's not like Daytona and Talladega where they can essentially just grip it the whole way through. I think one big reason why that's the case is because of that banked straightaway in between turns 1 and 2. That can definitely put a lot of wear on the tires, kind of getting through those corners there. It's a very unique part about this super speedway. It's not a complete 180-degree turn there through 1 and 2. There is that little bit of a bank straightaway, and that definitely comes into effect on how these guys attack this racetrack. But nonetheless, they've generally done a good job not wrecking too much at this place before. I mean, we've seen big wrecks here before. The big one is common here, but sometimes we do go caution-free in this race, so we're just going to see how that all goes down. When we do get a caution in tomorrow's race, it'll only be a 2-lap caution, since we do not have any pit stops in the Super Speedway event, so if a caution comes out, it won't take out too much time in the event. There's your points leader, Landon Smith Jr. Landon Smith Jr. currently 11th fastest. It's a great starting position, but he just got put down into the 12th position because we have a couple of guys who are coming in there fast. And Landon Smith Jr. is one of them. He just went to second, but Roberto Crown Jr. just went to the pole, and Aiden McCrow took it away from those guys for a split second. So we got 3 guys there under 44 seconds. Roberto Crown Jr. now holding on to the pole position here in this Armory Digital 250. Great run for that 72 team of Ryan Racing. We'll have to see how it all goes down. This is a big wildcard race. Virtually anyone could win. And so far this season in the Turkey Hill National Series, you've had a lot of veterans win races. Joey Hightower, Noah Clifton has won a race this season. Justin Zeidel, Marty Johnson. All those guys have been racing for quite a while. Of course, you've also had Andrew Williams win this season, Priya McShane as well, but even Ashlyn Boyd, another veteran. So the veterans in this series have done a very good job, and there aren't as many veterans in the series as there are in the Cup Series. So these newer guys, these rookie drivers, they have not shown much strength up front this season in terms of battling for these race wins and going to victory lane. But this race is a huge opportunity for guys like, say, Dustin Davis in the number 63. Ian Siegel, 73 machine. Those guys have not had much experience. Ethan Farley in the 00. Could be a great opportunity for them to go and get their first career Napa fan win tomorrow here in this race. And Elijah Gordon just went to the top of the board. And speaking of veterans, that's the most experienced guy in this field, who may very well lead the field to the green flag in tomorrow's Armory Digital 250. That was a fast time there. He's getting a good draft off of these guys. You know, this whole pack is getting a pull off of the pack in front of them, and they're all getting a pull on each other. I'd watch out for guys like BB Ruiz here. He just went up to 3rd. Elijah Gordon may improve his time here, but all these guys getting a pull. Declan Wellington Turner in the 66. They're really going to get a good... Even Wellington Turner may have had to check it up a little bit there. Oh, look at that. Look at that time. He pulled right up to that pack, and Declan Wellington Turner has taken the pole right at the end of the session, too. So it looks like the North State Racing driver is going to lead us to the green flag here in the Armory Digital 250. Declan Wellington Turner, Aiden McCrow, Elijah Gordon, BB Ruiz, and Mike Knapp. Those 5 guys who were in a line, they pulled right up to the pack ahead of them. And they're going to be the 5 guys who lead us to the green flag in tomorrow's 20-lap event here from Armory Digital. How about that? And I thought Wellington Turner had to check up just a little bit there. He actually had to make him a maneuver down to the inside there before he crossed the start-finish line. I don't think they're going to improve their time from there because it didn't have that pull from the last time before. But how about that for the number 66 of Declan Wellington Turner, going to lead us to the green flag tomorrow? More than likely, I don't think any of the times are going to adjust here. So with that in mind, that will do it here from Armory Digital in qualifying. And Declan Wellington Turner going to lead us to the green flag in tomorrow's 8th race of the season here in the Turkey Hill National Series season number 6. So North State Racing, Davey Johnson, they get the pole with Declan Wellington Turner. Aiden McCrow going to be starting alongside him. Elijah Gordon, BB Ruiz, and Mike Knapp, the top 5. Take a look and see if there are any ties. We've got one there between Christian Vargas and Ben Crouch. And it looks like Vargas has the advantage on Crouch in the points, so no need to change that. And I believe that is, we got Bouchard and Siegel. Daniel Bouchard in the number 7 is 21st in points. Ian Siegel comes into this event 35th in points, so no need to break that tie either. So that is exactly how they will line up for tomorrow's 20-lap event here from the Armory Digital Superspeedway. For the Armory Digital 250, Declan Wellington Turner going to lead us to the green flag in the 8th race of the season here in Season 6 of the Turkey Hill National Series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Declan Wellington Turner for winning the pole. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the 8th race of the season here from Armory Digital. I will see you guys later.